I'm Becks.
And I'm Kate, and we're the co-founders of Better Packaging.
And we're using packaging to make impact, both socially and environmentally.
The approach was to find a better way of packaging e-commerce orders.
We didn't have any preconceived ideas of what that would be, so we launched a home-compostable courier satchel. Within about a couple of years, we realised that we had this desire to do more. We got fascinated by this idea of sort of doing a 180 on packaging and asking, instead of making a whole lot of negative impacts, could it actually become the hero? And we launched Pollastic, which is packaging made from 100% ocean-bound plastic pollution. And we're working with communities in Southeast Asia to collect pollution from the beaches and waterways and turn it into packaging. We realised that to scale quickly we needed to outsource as much as we could, and so we chose the 3PL option.
So we have 6 3PLs around the world warehousing our inventory: New Zealand, Australia, China, the UK, the EU and the US. And our product range in those locations differs.
Because of the technology and the SaaS, software as a service platforms that are out there, we were able to do that at a fraction of the cost of what it would have been sort of 10 to 15 years ago. So we used Sin7 to do that. And the reason we used Sin7 was around the fact that we have 6 locations, 6 different currencies. We're manufacturing in Asia. They could handle that multi-currency, multi-location. We're set up as 2 entities, so we're set up in Australia and New Zealand. Sin7 was one of the only software as a service solutions that could handle that without going to enterprise.
We've got dozens of suppliers, we've got dozens of shipments on the water at any one time, and it helps us manage all of that.
We have a B2B website where small to medium businesses can get online and they can order anytime. It's a fully automated service. It accesses about 80% of the global market. And then we also have a smaller set of account managed customers who might brand the packaging.
The content that has to be on those websites has to differ by region, by location, whether it's the products or the disposal instructions for the packaging. So our platform's Shopify Plus, and Shopify Plus allows us to have what they call expansion stores. So we have the main landing site, which is our .com, and then we literally have 6 different websites. It does mean that each of those sites talks to the 3PL in that region. So it's pulling live inventory data from that 3PL. So what we need to know when someone visits the site is not where they're visiting from, but where they're going to be purchasing the product from. That's slightly unusual because we actually have customers doing cross-border purchasing. So we have a lot of customers, for example, in Australia, who are purchasing product for their US operation. So that's the other aspect of it. We can actually tailor our language. So for example, in the US, our US site has all of its measurements in inches, and we change our spelling on the site. And they even refer to some of our products differently. So here we might call something a courier satchel or a mailer. Over there it's very much a poly mailer.
We've just had the most incredible client base from day dot who really get what we're doing and are going on that journey with us. But there's always more, and we always need more brands to get on board, and we need them to do it quickly. There isn't any time to wait. So we get a lot of brands come in and say, hey, I received a bikini in one of your bags, I'd love to talk about it. All of our packaging has our branding and messaging on it, and we've made them really beautiful matte black, and we're trying to be quite cheeky with I'm a real dirt bag or I'm a real trash bag. And so what we found is they acted as a viral marketing campaign. The brands and their customers who were receiving them would take photos and share it on social media, and suddenly you're sending millions, tens of millions of bags out into the world. You've got tens of millions of people promoting your product.
What we have found as our journeys, as time's progressed, those customers who at first said, look, we can't afford to do this, have come back a year, 2 years later and said, actually, you know what, we can't afford not to. The pressure time has sort of caught up with them, and they've gone, actually, we can't keep doing what we're doing, it's not good enough anymore.
A lot of companies do research and they find us. They might find us through B-corp because we're B-corp certified. We're also a CEDEX member. We go to trade shows, we do marketing, there's all sorts of different channels. The team at NZTE have been incredible right from the beginning and have helped us in ways that we wouldn't have even known that they could have. During COVID, we were setting up a new manufacturing in Vietnam, and so the team there went and visited them, went and had lunch, took videos, we got on a conference call.
Just that inside intel in market where we haven't had it has been really amazing. You can start small and just grow from there. You don't set out to immediately be a 20-person business with 3PLs in 6 locations around the world. And in retrospect, we probably did try to do too much too quickly, because you can imagine forecasting demand for that number of SKUs region by region where you've got no sales history is actually really difficult. So, we've made some bad decisions and ended up with way too much inventory of certain products in some places and not enough in others. And that's just around complexity. So as much as you can, keep it simple.
We've shown the packaging industry that you can use some of the worst plastic in the world and turn it into packaging. We don't need to be using virgin materials anymore. So in my books, that's success, regardless of what happens or where we end up or where we go.